day after the 4th also. Today we're talking about relationships, bro. And a lot of this is gonna be from my perspective. So, I don't want nobody getting upset. I might not be I'm not talking about your relationship. Just speaking in general. Now relationships, uh, they're expensive, bro. That's a lot of the things people don't really talk about right away. They're expensive. Not only that, but you gotta have resources. Now, I was in a relationship for 3 years, sonny. You know what I mean? We even moved in together. You know what I mean? I'm really committed to this relationship. And when the relationship first started, bro, I was on my A game. I had a corporate job. I had just got a new whip. My shorty mom even like test drove the whip. She was excited for me. Took it around the block. I'm at shorty crib. We spending time together because the job. Everything was groovy. Where the problem started coming in, bro, I'm gonna be honest, is out of nowhere, I got fired from the corporate job. When I lost the corporate job, I had to get other jobs, but that affected the time I could spend with my shorty. Like we weren't going out as much. We used to go out, eat, do stuff, see movies, just be active, bro. Very active, like all day, every day. You feel me? We even went skydiving at some point. You know what I mean? That was my idea, but I'm just giving y'all the idea of being in a relationship. You gotta do things, bro. All these things cost money, bro. They cost money. You gotta have a bag. You gotta have resources. Once that starts to get affected, bro, you're gonna start having issues within the relationship. You're gonna start having issues within a relationship, and I felt like at the time I might have been frustrated with the fact that it was affecting our relationship because one thing for sure, two things for certain, I was cool with her fam, so I'd be at her fam spot. And they always ask me, oh, how's your new job? Woo, woo. And personally, I was young at the time, so I never thought about it, but they was more concerned, like, okay, is this guy capable of taking care of our daughter? Because keep in mind, we stand together at the time. Now, things started to go left, bro, when we was first facing our first eviction, bro. It was my first time facing eviction. Keep in mind, I done had a crib before. This is a different crib with Shorty. So, long story short, we had to go to court because they had messed up the billing. Our apartment had the same number as another apartment, so they thought we owed like 3,000, which my shorty ain't never been through. I ain't never been through. So when that was going on, I'm not gonna lie, that really kind of like interfered within the relationship because keep in mind, her fam had the resources because her aunt was always trying to take care of me like a son, even though I was working, granted. But during that time, she never even could try to reach out to them really. She just wouldn't be at the crib for real. You know what I mean? Whole time she's stressing about getting evicted and all that. But being in a relationship, bro, I'm trying to tell you, you gotta have resources. It's a lot of the reason I tell y'all that is because eventually that was the downfall. Because my finances was affected. We weren't doing things the same. Shorty, she's like the last kid of her family. She's used to being taken care of. I'm not really producing how I was earlier in the relationship. It's a lot of things being affected. So it's like she looking like, man, I don't know if my boy can handle his you know what I mean? It was different. A lot of people get in relationships now, it's the same thing. You start out going crazy, paying for this, paying for that, going out, and then you can't maintain that. You gotta be able to maintain that, bro. A OG once told me you gotta start you gotta finish how you start. When I first started dating Shorty, we going out, we doing fantastic stuff. We skydiving, we eating the best, we had this stay fit, we here, we this. Then I lose my job. Now things slow up. And you can't be mad at your woman for that because the reason you get with a female in the first place is to give her the best experience. You don't get with a girl so y'all can both sit in the house all day 24/7. Women don't like sitting in the house 24/7. They like to do things. You know what I'm saying? They like experiences, bro. They're all about experiences. That's one thing they will always love, an experience, even if it costs 10K or if it costs 150. It's about the experience. So it's a lot of people in relationships, bro, that they don't have enough finances to keep up those experiences. They might have had finances earlier, but now they don't have that much. What's up, Uzi? You know, they don't have that much resources. So their relationship starts to fall apart, bro. And being online, the first question, especially on TikTok, bro, the first thing people ask you is, are you in a relationship? That's the first thing people ask you. And being that I was in a relationship 3 years, it's like, bro, a lot of people aren't ready to be in relationships. In all honesty. Why? Because they don't got their stuff together. It could be both sides, men and women. You know what I'm saying? They don't got their stuff together, bro. And they're not gonna admit to that, bro. But they'll get in a relationship without their stuff being together. The relationship don't work out, time's been wasted, and then wonder why. It's like because your stuff was not together. You didn't have everything together. You didn't have all the resources. Imagine a relationship, you and your girl both got like 600,000, 300,000. It's endless to what y'all could do, bro. Y'all could do a lot. That's just a figure I'm putting out there, but y'all could do a lot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could do a lot, bro. But if you're in a relationship, y'all don't even have close to that figure, bro. Things are gonna be tough. The relationship will be affected, bro. The relationship will be affected, and then depending on what occurs during that relationship, y'all break up. Now people walk around bitter and they act like there's no more good men out here. There's no more good women out here. That's what they do next. They all do it, bro. Because they're only saying that based on what occurred in the past relationship. The past relationship ain't work out. It wasn't enough resources. It wasn't enough money. Like if you don't have enough money, you can't spend enough time with your girl. You're gonna be broke. You feel me? Vice versa, bro. Somebody's gonna be broke if y'all both don't have the right amount of resources. That's the only way you can have time. Otherwise, you gotta be on the clock 4 days a week, 5 days a week working. Your girl bored, she at home, she don't see you as much. Y'all start to what's the word? Drift apart. Y'all start to drift apart. You know what I mean? You never know. Somebody else might be pushing up on her. Might have the window of opportunity because you working all the time. You ain't got enough cheese. You know what I'm saying? Or she working all the time. That's how most relationships are going right now. And it doesn't really work out when relationships go like that, bro. People end up breaking up. When they break up, then they have bitter mindsets like, there's no more good women out here, man. They all the same. There's no more good guys out here. They're all the same. There's a lot of good women and good men out here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't see that because they're still holding on to like what they experienced in the past relationships. Like I'm gonna give you an example, bro. You know, I go to this little market by my spot all the time to get food, little groceries here and there, nothing crazy. And I'm the type of dude, bro. I don't really like push getting no cart, bro. I don't really like getting no basket, especially if I'm getting a few items, but then a few turn to many. You know what I'm saying? So they got baskets in there, but I just walk in, go get what I get, bro. That's how my mind is when I get in the grocery store. I don't even like grocery shopping. So I get in there yesterday. I went there yesterday. Boom. I just start grabbing some potatoes, put them in a bag, some bananas, bag it up, get some fish, bag it up. So I got all that in like the little, the little veggie bag. You feel me? Next, I'm going to get some rice. Get the rice. I'm football the rice, tuck under the arm, football. I hold the bag. Now I'm like, I need some snacks, man. Little plantain chips. Get that stack on top of the rice while I'm footballing it. You feel me? Uh, then I'm looking for snacks, and I ain't never talked to this lady a day in my life, fam. This lady was like 5 hours away. She saw me and she went and got a basket for me, fam, and brought the basket to me and she gave me the basket. That was like one of the most kind gestures ever because it's like obviously I need the basket, but I'm being stubborn thinking I don't need the basket prior. But she was like, nah, man, I don't know this guy, but let me just do something nice. It's a lot of great women out there. That's one for instance. She had no commitment to me. I wasn't trying to freak on her. We never exchanged a conversation. She just wanted to help me out based on the situation. You feel me? But those are the type of women that guys should be going after. Ones that naturally just want to nurture you, want to take care of you, want to be there for you. And there's a lot of them out here. But it's hard for you to see those women when you had got in a relationship with no resources, dated someone for 3, 4 years, fought with them for about 2 years or the 3 or the 4. Now you're out of relationship and you can't see that there's a lot of women out here. There's a lot of good women out here, bro. It's women overseas, bro, that they're committed to their morals and principles. I'm not just saying overseas. I'm sure there's a lot of them in the U.S., but they're committed to their principles and morals, fam. I told him to this one lady, bro. She was gorgeous, like look like a supermodel. And keep in mind, all this is just friendly conversation, bro. I'm not really on a yeah, what's up, baby? Yeah, what's up with me and you? Like, I ain't on that time, so we just chatting up. And I asked her, I'm like, so what y'all do for fun out there? She said she was from like Algeria or something, some far place. And she was like, oh, well, I just, hang out with my family, my friends, this and that. So I'm like, man, that's cap, that's cap. You be going out, man. You be drinking, you be at the club. She's like, oh no, I don't like doing any of that stuff. I believe in God. I don't drink, I don't club, I don't do nothing. But you wouldn't think the way she looked that she would be saying this, but it's like, dang, okay. She's really sticking to her core principles and morals. It's a lot of women out here like that. The guys that's gotten in a relationship with resources, you can't see that, bro. You're not able to see that because of your mindset. That's why it's like when I look around, it seems like everybody just want to get in a relationship because maybe they scared to be alone. A lot of people scared to be alone, bro. They scared to be by themselves. I don't know why. Maybe it's ghost after them or something, but it's like, yo, bro, at the end of the day, you come in the world alone and you leave alone. You can't be scared to be alone. That thought alone shouldn't force you to get into a relationship without resources not being ready. Because the relationship is not going to work. It's not going to work. You're not going to maintain how you start. If you can't maintain how you start, you might as well just work on getting your resources and then fully commit to a relationship, bro. Because it's not going to work. I'm telling you. I done experienced it going from doing mad things to not doing much. And the experiences for women is like it's everything. I'm gonna be experiences is everything. I'm gonna give you an example, man. I had this John, right? This John was a bad John. Now I had a I really kind of like this John for real on the man, you feel me? This could be a piece. My cousin at the time, he like, yeah, he's be like, yeah, that's your wife, that's your wife. Just saying whatever. So I ain't gonna lie, me and this John went to kicking, you feel me? I was surprised when she said this to me. That's when I realized experiences is everything for women, bro. Now I kind of had an idea before, but I really didn't know for sure. This really solidified a statement from a John that's bad. So Shorty, keep in mind, Shorty, we been knowing each other here and there, man, but we never really clicked up. But her first introduction to me, it kind of made it seem like she liked your boy. First time ever meet me. She came with like 6 girls. She came and talked to me and introduced herself, told me her name and shit like that. All 5 of them stood back, you know what I mean? So it was like, okay, something different. So fast forward, she got a man or whatever, but they on the break, whatever. I don't know. I don't know too many details. So me and her kicking it though, but we got history as friends. But there's like some connection or whatever. So I'm not gonna lie. This supposed to be the night she know this supposed to be the night I'm supposed to like really solidify. You know what I'm saying? Solidify because we done kicked it a few times here and there, but we go out this time for real. And we have a good time, fantastic time. When we get in there, Shorty buying the drinks. She wanna buy us the drinks and stuff like that. Cause she always trying to show she got a bag. You feel me? That's her that's her MO. Which is good because I like that. You feel me? But when we get in there, it's me and her and my cousin meet us there. It's like we go to like it's called like it was a function called where they was playing old school jams and they play some Drake songs or something. You feel me? And then it's Shorty that I know perform. So it was like the perfect setup. We get in there. She wanted to get us 5 Hennessy shots. So I tell her, nah, chill. So we go to the bar. An easy way to get drinks. This is when I was on that type of time, man. Finesse time. Easy way to get drinks when you get to the bar and you got a shorty with you. You just tell somebody at the bar it's the girl birthday. So when we get to the bar, it's an older gentleman. I'm like, oh, what's good? How you doing? You having a good night? Yeah, it's my girl birthday. Whole time I'm saying it's my girl. He like, oh yeah, well, what are you guys drinking? I'm like, yeah, shots of Henny. So he get like 5 of them junks. So I ain't gonna let he get 5 of them junks. I take two, she take two. I give my cousin one, you heard? So we there, we chilling, vibing, sipping the shots, woo, woo. And then I'm like, we watching Shorty perform it. I know it's like the perfect setup. But Shorty a little awkward though, bro. She bad, but then she weird because she's socially awkward in the sense of being out in public. So she like, can we dance? Well, we kind of was dancing, but it was just not the vibe dancing or whatever. So I'm just like, let's just chill. So we chilling, and my cuz come up to me like, he like Sosa, cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of getting smashed. He like, yo, he pulled me to the side, like yanked me to the side. He like, Sosa, what's up with you, bro? I'm like, what you mean? He like, man, don't be smashing them shots like that. I mean, you gotta drive home. I'm like, yeah, you right, cuzzo. So whole time, I got like 3, 4 shots. So I'm like, all right. So I gotta find somebody to get these two. So I'm in it, bro. It's busting. It's like at least 3,000 people in this junk, bro. Mad crowded, you feel me? So I find this white dude. I'm like, yo, bro, you want some shots? He like, I'm not drinking that, dude. What'd you put in there? So I'm like, come on, bro. So I sip a little bit. He like, all right. So I give him off. Keep in mind, it's fantastic night. We done had a great time. I'm supposed to go home with Shorty and Greaser. You feel me? We leaving out the thing. She like, yeah, oh my God, it was fun. Ooh, like, I'm glad I came out with you. I didn't know it was gonna be a blast. Bro, we rolled up to the club and like I had a retro minivan at the time. Shorty was clowning the van, like we pulling up to the club in a minivan, like talking. So I'm like, man, you rather us walk? She started laughing, but this is her personality, bro. Just popping 24/7. So when we get out the bar, she like, so I'm like, yo, what you trying to do? What you trying to do? Take vibes. Now I'm always asked that right after the bar to see what a shorty on. Like, you coming with me and you going home? Cause I ain't pressing nothing. So I'm like, what you trying to do? She like, oh, I'm trying to go back to your spot. She got a man on the side that they breaking up, whatever they got going. I don't really care. But she's with me most of the time chilling. So we leave the bar, fam. Experiences is everything for a girl, I'm trying to tell you, bro. We leave the bar. We walk into where I park, fam. We get to where I park, the car's not there, bro. It's like this like the ultimate touchdown right here. I'm finna score. We at the 10-yard line, fam. I'm ready to throw that touchdown pass with Shorty. The car get towed. So after the car get towed, I ain't gonna lie, I'm mad tight, but I'm a little bit drunk in a sense, but not too drunk. So I can handle myself. She's drunk too, but she like silly, goofy, laughy. But I'm kind of tight that the car get towed. So I'm like, damn, they towed the whip. She like, they towed the car. Oh my God. Like, she just having the blast, bro. So I'm tight. I'm like, yeah. But I'm not really trying to show her I get upset because it's like, I kind of like Shorty a little bit. So it's like, you keeping it cool. So I'm mad tight. So I'm thinking like, dang, how can we get back to the spot? So Shorty don't care about spending no bread, bro. She like, we could just take a lift from here all the way to your crib. And I'm like, keep in mind, we about like 35 minutes away from our spot for real, because we at the main city downtown. So I'm like, nah, that's gonna be too much bread, especially around the time we just got out the bar. So I'm like, nah, check it out. We finna ride these bikes all the way to like, so from downtown, it's like from downtown to a college town. it's kind of like not far, but it's much closer. But if you book a lift from downtown, it's gonna cost you a lot. So I'm like, we finna ride. I'm gonna get us these bikes, all right? We're gonna ride these bikes from here to like this college town where we was by, and then we're gonna take the lift from there. It's gonna be better. So she like, yeah, let's do it. Like she's turned. So I'm like, I bet, but she's like a beautiful shorty, bro. Like you wouldn't think she wanna ride no bike. You know, you would think she bougie or whatever. So she get on the bike, gang. So we both smashed. We riding a bike. We riding a bike from downtown to on the highway. You got to get on the highway, like a little part of the highway or something. We ride on the highway, man. We get off the highway over some bridge, and she's like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm a little tired riding the bike, YS. So I'm like, I bet. So when she said that, we kind of about like, these bikes is all over, bro. You know, like the little green bikes or whatever, electric bikes or whatever. So I'm like, I for sure. When she said that, it was a spot right there where we could put her bike up. So I'm like, all right. All right, for sure. Get off your bike. And when you get off your bike, I'm gonna put your bike up. But I'm gonna keep my bike and we're gonna walk. I'm gonna walk with you just in case you get tired. You know what I mean? Real gentleman, like she's like, okay. Bro, whole time her boyfriend spider senses is going off. The guy she's dating at the time, because he's calling, 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 calling. He blowing her phone up. This at like 2:30 in the morning. His spider senses is going off. He keep blowing her phone up. And she's like, oh my God, like, this keep calling me. Well, I don't know why he keep calling me. She already said she going home with me. I'm finna throw the touchdown. Seal the deal. You know what I mean? Bruh, as we're approaching closer to like the college town, dude pulls up. When he pulls up, I'm thinking I'm finna have to squabble Holmes over his shorty being out with me late. But she's like, oh my God, I don't even know how you got my location. Pulled up. She's like, okay, I gotta get in the car with him or whatever. So she get in the car with him, but then keep in mind, she's on the phone with me the whole time in the car with this dude. She said after she got off the phone, because I linked with her the next morning. She was in the car with him. She's like, are you okay? Everything good? She's like, okay, I'm still going to book you the lift. Shorty booked me the lift because we was both going to take the lift back to my spot. She booked me the lift. Boom. I got to the crib. She called me early in the morning. She's like, oh, he was cussing me out. He was mad that I was out with you. This and that. We about to break up anyway. Woo, woo. She gets in the lift, comes, picks me up. We go to the impound lot. She get the whip out. She really heavy rocking with me on the whip, on the back, on the way back from the impound lot, bro. I put this on there thing. I'm supposed to go to work. Shorty like, don't even go to work. Let's just go get breakfast. I had such a good time with you yesterday. I told my mom this morning. I'm like, you told your mom we didn't really do much. She's like, dude, you just don't understand. Just riding the bike from downtown to the college town, kind of having to get on a freeway, all that stuff was exciting. I don't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That was new. That was a new experience. So right there in that moment, I'm like, damn, we barely did anything, bro. Like, but she said that was so fun. Whole time I'm riding a bike, I'm like, man, these dudes towed my car, bro. I can't believe it. That's all I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking this is fun. I'm thinking like, man, she probably don't even like that we riding bikes, man. She probably like, dog, got me riding bikes, bro. What's up with him? But little did I know that was one of the most funnest experience you had in a while, bro. So when you in a relationship with a shorty, that wasn't even my shorty. I'm just saying women in general, bro, they're all about experiences. If you don't have the resources and the funds to provide them those experiences, bro, it won't work out, bro. I'm sorry. It's all about experiences for them. For me telling you that story, you think a beautiful girl look like an IG shorty would want to ride bikes and think that's fun? She thought that was fun. But women are all about experiences, bro. You know what I mean? They don't want to do the same thing back to back to back to back to back. They want to do something different, something new, something exciting, something they've never done. You know what I mean? And if you're going to commit to being in a relationship with them, you know, you got to be able to keep maintaining, providing that. You start out providing that, you gotta provide that for a while, forever. Can't stop. If you can't provide that, it's gonna come a guy who's gonna provide that. Really? You know what I'm saying? It's always a guy or a woman that can provide that. Same goes for men. It's like if you're in a relationship and you provide a lot for your shorty, this what you gotta keep up. You gotta maintain. Same if a girl's in a relationship and she's, also providing for her man. You know what I mean? This is very important, bro. Otherwise, leave the relationships alone until you're ready. That's why a lot of these relationships are not working out because there's not enough resources, bro. I'm telling you, we gotta focus on getting our resources up. That way we can have the best experiences from both perspectives, men and women. We want the most. We all about experiences. You think about some of the funnest time in your life. That's an experience. You might have had that a while ago. You know what I mean? So when it comes to relationship, bro, get the resources, man.